So today we have to combine all of these runes in order to take out the enemies. We do that by matching up a whole bunch of combinations here, like these lightning ones would be good, so we can hold on to those. And that's pretty much all I want to hang on to right now. So we go ahead and cast, and then all of them will spin. And then we get some combinations, like these ones with the wild rune there, the lightning one go together, and the wild one's down here. So that works out pretty well, and we already did 3,270 damage, which took out the slime with a lot of overkill. So we get some money out of that, and then we can bring it into the shop where we can get things like trinkets. And I think this donation box is good to get early, a coin for every match that contains a light rune. That can stack up pretty fast, I think, but we only have so many trinket slots. But this fire ring here also sounds good, extra damage and multiplier when fire runes are triggered. We'll hold on to that and then move on to the next level, where this spider here gives a lot of reward. And funny enough, the mimic gives nothing, even though it's a mimic. But we'll go ahead and take the spider, which has an ability that we don't know about yet, disable spell lines 4 and 5. So that's the diagonal one, so we're only worried about straight across. Well, we don't really have any good combinations set up right here yet, but we can hold on to this fire rune here because of the ring, and then what we can do is meditate. So that'll give it a free reroll instead of casting right away, where we can lock some other runes, but we only have so many of these, and I think we can get away with maybe one more. So that was good. There's a fire rune lineup with the wild one here, and sadly this diagonal line is disabled because there's 3 dark runes in a row, but we should be able to get that pretty well, at least in a little bit. We did 2,000 damage already, and we have 4 casts remaining, so I think we're doing okay. And there's a lot of earth runes now, so let's hold on to these and then meditate a little bit more. There's some fire runes, very good, and some ice ones there. So we have kind of the precedent for a 3-in-line setup here. We just have to hope that they last, or we let go of the ice rune, hold on to this wild one, and then see what happens from there. And it's the ice again. Great. But we get 3 of those together, which the multiplier is kicking in, so another 2,000 damage. The spider is pretty much guaranteed to go down this next one, so why don't we just cast and then see what happens? And we get some light runes together, so that's extra coins. Very good. And we take care of the spider, which replenishes all of our castings as well. And we got 11 coins out of that. That's gonna help out a whole bunch as we go into the general shop here. And this odd bauble adds multiplier for every trinket we have, which we have, this would be number 4, so that would be an extra 12 multiplier. And that's on top of the +9 that it gives. This is worth it. Now, what we can also do is buy some scrolls, which are like one-time uses. Although these forbidden ones sound like a lot of fun, and we can afford that. I like the sound of this. So we get to pick from 5 scrolls here. Conjure a legendary trinket. That would be our last slot, but it's legendary, so I think that's worth it. And it's a, what is that? Prismatic Eye. Light runes act as wild runes. Oh, that's awesome. And we can also add an amulet to 3 runes, which gives them a little bit of extra benefits. So we benefit from fire and light. Let's add one to fire, and then light again, because of that wild prismatic eye thing. So we can do that, and then they get extra multiplier on the fire one, ×2 multiplier, but also a chance to destroy the rune. That's not good. And also 1.5 multiplier, so good things all around. And we should be able to get some more scrolls from this scroll chest. 33% chance to add a random gem to a random trinket without one. And none of our trinkets have gems, so this is good to get right away. But let's go to the next level. Okay, so this is an elite encounter, and they both kind of offer the same thing. Let's do the scroll right now, see what we get. And we did get a gem onto the donation box for extra damage. I'm not sure if that works here, but I guess it might pair with the light runes. And I am curious about the Vipress, because we don't know what it does yet. And the Gem Weaver, I think, is gonna be a good stop. Freezes a rune in the first column for each cast. Oh, and you froze the fire one. Well, that's unfortunate for you. I benefit from that. And we do have lines 4 and 5 back, so we do get diagonals too, which, since the light ones act as wild, this is a really solid line here. And then we can lock you as well. So I think this is a good start to what we have. We're not really, we are benefiting from the bottom line here. Very good. And we are keeping this light rune, which is fortunate. We just, we already took out the Vipers and the damage is still calculating. 25,000 damage. This is getting out of hand quick. I like it. And we get the elite reward too. Plus all of our meditation charges restocked. And then we get to add another rune. This one has an amulet on it already. +1 coins when triggering. I'm not really worried about that. Let's take more light runes because of the wild effect. And all of the columns have light runes already, but since this one has a chance of destroying itself, let's add it to this one. And now we're at the Gem Weaver. But we are unfortunately kinda broke. At least for the one that I would like, which is the Amethyst. Although Topaz does give good multiplier and it's on sale. Let's add it to the Odd Bauble, I think. And then Transfer Gem. Don't really need to worry about that. Let's just move on to the next level already. And sadly the Mimic still doesn't give any rewards, but it does have a positive benefit to it, kind of like this cultist has, which conjures a scroll at the start of the fight. So why don't we see what the Mimic gives us? Conjure an uncommon trinket at the start of the fight, but we don't have room. So I guess that's a little bit wasted. Oh well, doesn't really make too much difference. Let's just lock those 3 and see how we do, because that's a lot of wilds. And sure enough, line number 5 here is gonna benefit from all of that. My goodness, I feel like we're taking out the enemies a little bit too fast. Is this bullying? Feels like bullying. 47,000 damage on that poor Mimic. Oh, but we did lose a light rune. So it's a good thing we added one to that column. Ooh, a light ring. I feel like this might benefit me better than the fire ring. So let's sell this for 1 measly coin, get the light ring instead, and then we do have enough to get the rune chest and other things. Ooh, this light rune has a amulet on it for extra damage. Sure, put it somewhere without a trinket. I think this one does. Same column as before. And then more scrolls. Add a temporal aura to a rune. Trigger this rune again, including effects from trinkets. Oh, I like this. I do like this a lot. And then we move on to some more enemies that we haven't seen before. But let's add the temporal aura first. So for activating things again, I guess this is all that we have access to for this, but you have a trinket, so it would benefit to get you in there. There we go, now the rune has an aura. And you also give the most amount of money, so we're gonna take you, whatever the spirit does. -2 holds. So we can't hold as many runes, but that really hasn't been a problem yet, so I don't think we need to worry about that at all. Especially with how many, wow, actually, that's a little bit of a disadvantage because we are already maxed out on holds. Let's just hold all the wilds then in that case. I feel like the spirit is in for a really bad time. So we get all of the top, oh, not quite all the top line. This one's not wild. But we still get to do so much damage, and basically just see how much overkill we can get, which is -35,000 overkill, 54,000 damage. We are getting better damage each time, and all the money rewards are always good. So we could add just a +10 multiplier, or a ×1.5. Although I feel like I don't understand this multi all the way. Is it like multiple runes being activated, or is it a multiplier? We are keeping the prismatic eye no matter what happens, so I think we can put the ×1.5 on here, and then we could do another one. So sure, topaz on the light ring. That kind of goes together. And now we have another elite encounter. They both offer the same amount of rewards, but I don't know what you do. Slithera. Sounds like a house at a magic school. Can I use meditations? Well, we haven't really needed to worry about that. Ooh, but there's a temporal aura rune that we have. So we should definitely make sure that we can trigger that again as best as we can. And there's a lot of light things here. So we can hold all of these and then hope that there's a fire rune or a wild here. That seems a little risky. I just want to see what that temporal aura can do. Oh, sadly we don't get it. But we do get it on line number 5 though. So that's good news. I don't even remember what this amulet trinket does. And not sure we really need to explore that because we have -60,000 overkill. 85,000 damage! And we do get more runes. So let's just add another light rune to a different column. How about this one? Sounds good. Ooh, free restocks when entering a shop. I do like this. Does that kick in right away? Oh, it's a trinket. Well, that's too bad. Don't really feel like giving up anything. So let's just get more scrolls. We can get a lot of those. There's a scroll of good fortune again. And then hopefully something good here. Double the coins? Oh, yes, please. Let's use that after this next encounter with another spider so we can get the maximum amount there. And there's trinket shop coming up. So it might be a good idea to trade something out. But also this guy disables the diagonals, so we gotta be a little careful here. Maybe holding on to the later wild ones is a little weird, but actually this line here is like solid. So let's discard the top line, I think, because the center line here is good to go. And then I guess we could just see if the last trinket that we have, oh, it failed. Never mind. We just go into it and see just how insane this damage is gonna get. Because that line there just killed the spider all on its own. 62,000 total damage, so a little bit less than before. But we do get a lot of coins. And now's a good time to... Okay, I guess we do get a maximum amount of coins from this, but it's still good to use, because that's even more wealth for us. I guess really the only thing I care about now is finding a decoration that adds another trinket slot, but we don't have that from this guy, which is unfortunate, and I don't really feel like giving it up. So goodbye. More fights, and we haven't fought the possessed knight yet, so let's see what you do. All runes damage decreased. Oh, by how much? And you have 64,000 health as is. Well, either way, I think we'll be okay. We have pretty good start to lines 2 and line 5, and I guess 3 as well. Let's hold on to the light rune over here, because that might complete the line here if we get something good. Or I guess we could also meditate and hope for something. Nothing there, but there's another wild here, and we're full on holds. So let's just go for it. And we, ooh, yes, very good on the top line there. And the center line is really good. That is death. Okay, not quite yet. Can we get him in one go? Yes! Although not very much, but there's another one there. There's the big overkill. 98,000 total damage. Now we're back on track for getting crazier damage numbers. Ooh, and a good rune chest here. Yes, please. A light rune with a wealth aura. Wow. Yes, please. Put you in the first one because we don't have any funny runes in there yet. I don't think anyway. And then Scroll the Thief captures a rune, removes a rune from its column in inventory. Okay, I don't know why I would take that. Divine Amulets, chance to add 20 to the multiplier. Oh, I want it. And we have a lot of money, might as well restock. But I guess it doesn't affect the sold out things. Probably should have read that first. Okay, but now we're in boss territory, which does add another trinket slot if we can beat him. Let's add the divine amulets to the runes first. Okay, and then let's go for the light ones, because those give us the best benefit. And now let's see what Naxis Devourer of Hope has in store for us. 132,000 health. Adds ethereal amulets to 2 runes each cast. Ethereal amulet cannot be held. Oh, so that's what it means. And it's already adding it to a light rune? Oh, I don't like that. We might have to swap that so we don't lose that. But this feels like a really good start to a line. Well, we do have other light runes that we can get. Plus, if it's wild, I guess it doesn't really matter if it can't be held. Well, that's not true. Well, hold on to this one and then meditate the other ones. So, okay, now it's just ice ones that are gonna be targeted. And that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. And we have a really good line of greens here. So this, I think, will pan out pretty well for us on this first cast. And oh no, it just affects after the roll. I should have figured that, but we did get a really good score on the top line. And a lot of wilds on here, actually. It's just too bad that this one was first, because it just calculates from left to right. But that is still a lot of damage on the first cast, 124,000. And oh man, we are just winning all day, every day. This bottom line is set. And we have the wealth aura here. I feel like you chose a very bad day to be a boss. And I'm sad I can't hold more runes because I want to hold all of these things. There's so many good lines here. I guess I could give up this one, but I don't want to. But for the sake of completing the lines, I think I will. Because lines 3 and 5 are looking so good right now. And we still get ones on line 4 as well. And the top one. Wow. All the good lines. Oh, this better be a really good score. He already has 100,000 overkill and 139,000 total damage. That was so good, and we got the boss reward, which is a unique trinket. Can skip over a rune when making matches. Oh, that is huge. And that brings us into Act 2. Quickly adding more divine amulets. Putting it on the light rune works pretty well there. And you still have that? I thought you would get rid of the amulet after we killed the boss. Well, that's just annoying. I don't even know what else to put the light rune on, or amulet. Actually, we could probably swap this out. Does that work? Yes, it does. Oh, good. We got rid of one boss amulet, but there are others. And the enemies continue to get more health, but we can still go for the major rewards here. Gotta get that money. But there's another boss amulet there, which is too bad. And there's not a whole lot that I really want to go for on this first one. I guess we might be able to hold on to some dark ones, but let's meditate either way. There's another wild, and some more wilds here, but we are currently full on holds. And if this middle one isn't dark, then all of this kind of becomes pointless. Oh wait, we do have the skip over one. I forgot about that. So this line should be pretty much good to go. We'll just have to see what happens here. We have a good line of lightning there, and sure enough, it did skip over this one. So that's extra good damage. And the bottom line filled up completely. That's a lot of wilds. And we have even more lines going. But sadly, that wasn't as good a damage as I was hoping. 109,000 damage. It got him halfway down in the first cast, which I guess I'm being a little picky about. But this time we'll just hold on to the wilds and then see if good things happen there, which it should. That is a lot of wilds. Oh goodness, the spirit is in for a bad time. That skipping over a rune to make matches trinket is honestly super good. I'm surprised I got it. And we got the spirit down, 130,000 damage. I don't even know what to do with the money that we're getting. I just kind of have it. Could, what? Could get a stone banana. Morph a rune into a wild one. Oh, I'm taking that. And 2 rune chests as well. Sure, let's do this. So we can get even more runes that are wilds. I feel like it's not really good for damage, but also the light one kind of does do the most damage and the dark one does the least. So it would be, ooh. Okay, here's a thought. If we take the dark rune with the amulet and then morph the rune into a wild one, would the wild one keep this? I feel like it would, because that arcane amulet already does a lot of damage. I don't even know where to put these runes. Just go in there. So I can target you with a scroll already. Oh, but we didn't get it. Oh, we can still target 1 dark rune anyway. That works. But now I think we can go for the gem weaver because I want more gems on my trinkets. This sad little slime. He's a lot different from the one we started with. That guy only had like, what, 2,000 HP? This guy is like a big brother to him. And as long as the runes can make a line skipping over one of them, then we can hold on to pretty much all the ones that we like to. So we have a line set here, almost a full line here. And then maybe if this one's wild, then it'll still work. Or it's the same elements, so that works too. And the full line on the middle is gonna do so much damage. 41,000 just from that line. And 30,000 there. So it is taking a little bit longer to defeat each of these enemies. But we're still doing over 100,000 each cast. So I'd say we're still doing all right. The problem is there is a lot of dark runes here, and I don't really care for that because they don't do a lot of damage. Although they do still add to the total, and getting more matches increases our multiplier. And do we hold on to this lightning here and hope that this one's a wild or another lightning? You know what, sure, let's go gambling.
Let's go gambling!
'Cause that's basically this whole game. Ooh, actually that works. Over here. Beautiful, 19,000 there, 27,000 from the line with the dark runes. Kind of surprising. Not really sure if we're gonna get enough damage to take him out this turn, but oh, we get really close. 119,000 damage there. And we still have 3 casts left. Although the wilds are a lot more rare this time, it feels like. We can still get a solid line here, and maybe something up here. I feel like no matter what we do, the slime is gonna go down because the combinations just get ridiculous. But sadly, that's where the top line ends. The middle line fills up completely, and that brought him down to triple digits. And there he goes. So we're not getting as much overkill as before, especially against that boss, but we're still moving on. And we have over 100 coins. Ooh, the citrine gem gives an extra meditation charge. I'm sorry, is this free? This is free! Give it to this one. Wow! Was not expecting free gems. But it's too bad that the Gem Weaver doesn't have rerolls. Well, I will still take an extra meditation because I feel like we're starting to get to the point where we kinda need them to set up better combos. So now all of our trinkets have gems slotted. And okay, new elites. We're not really gonna benefit from the trinket shop, so let's go to the general shop and fight Avia. Wild runes morph into a random element when casting. Oh, that's not good. We have a lot of wilds. You know what? Let's just full send it with as many as we can. Unless it doesn't affect the light runes. Okay, it doesn't. Hey, it became a light rune anyway. That worked out really well. And Wow, I think this is the most light runes we've had in one casting. This is gonna be crazy amount of damage, I hope. 45,000 there. The lines are still going. So we get, 200,000 damage. And thankfully the wild rune did go back to being wild. Oh, that was so good. But you suck because you're locked. And we can't lock you either. We have 2 of these? Oh, great. I feel like this is a good time to use a meditate. So let's lock the light ones. Here we go. Much better. I'm just sad that I can't hold more runes because there's one more here that I want. Well, either way, I think it should still do good. Ice doesn't do the most amount of damage, but all the combos should pair together. Hey, and we still did get it. So if we just do that same amount of damage again, then we should be fine, but I feel like we might fall a little bit short because we don't have as many light runes as we did before. Or we are looking pretty good because 17,000, one line does that anyway, even if we didn't get as much damage as a previous round. That was so good though. 396,000 total damage. Oh, well, that's interesting. A dark rune with a wealth aura. Don't really care for it. More light, which is good to get anyway because it does the most amount of damage besides wilds. Okay, I will say though that dark ring looks kinda cool. That's the one redeeming factor about dark runes is they have a cool ring. But we do get some more forbidden scrolls here. Ooh, or more divine amulets. Actually, we're in a shop. Let's just get all of it. And yes, there's an ethereal and it was on a light rune. Well, that's a good swap. And more forbidden scrolls. Ooh, we could conjure another legendary trinket. Do I really feel like getting rid of one of our trinkets though? I guess maybe this one because we don't really, I suppose, need it anymore. So let's grab the scroll. Do not have an empty slot. Okay, so we have to sell this first. That's fine. And whoa, hello, a fancy cape. I didn't realize it would use it right away. So this has a ×1 multiplier, grow by 0.5 every time a light rune is destroyed. That is literally the worst one I could have gotten. I'm not destroying my light runes for anything. Can I refund that, please? And I'll be honest, I don't really care for these other cursed scrolls either. Like, I don't want to reduce holds. I'm not destroying runes at random, although that would benefit the cape. But I will add 2 exact copies of a rune to its column inventory. Ooh, and we're getting some light ones with the divine one. This is perfect. Get some duplicates of that, yes please. And then we can try for better scrolls this time. Conjure a random trinket? Sure, I'll take that over a cape. I think anything would be better than that cape. So let's see what it is. What is that? A recycler. When a rune is destroyed. What? What is it with destroying runes? I'm not doing that. If I can help it. An ancient archive? Oh, the scroll shop. This would be good to get. Let's fight a Siren. Wild runes only match with other wild runes. Oh. Well, that's annoying. Good thing the light ones are wilds and not the way that this is describing it. Although there isn't a whole lot of good things here aside for maybe the ice ones. We can maybe see if this works. And okay, more light runes, that's good news. Or, oh, it also affects the light runes. That's not good.
Oh no.
That's very not good. We're not doing nearly the amount of damage that we should have. Oh, yikes. Okay, we're gonna need to think a little bit more here. At least we still get to skip over 1, so we can do those. But I think now we need to start using some more meditations. And sadly, the wild there doesn't work. This was a kind of a bad call, but at least we have more meditations. Okay, so we just gotta think a little bit more. And then, ooh, yes, good matches there. And there's another one there. Are we good with this? I think we might have to be, but I guess we could still max out our holds and then do another meditate. Okay, nothing's good there, but there is more good here, so let's do this. It kind of sucks though, because all of this, if none of these are lights, then it doesn't matter. But if one of them is light, then we're gonna be okay. And oh no, they aren't. But we still get some, maybe decent damage? Oh no, that's not good at all. If it doesn't have 5 digits, it's not good. That is so weak. Ooh, but hey, now we get a lot of lights. There, that's what we were looking for. And we can skip over the first one, I think? I don't think we get to. But we still have plenty of meditations. Ooh, there's another light. This should be a good amount of damage because of how many lights there are. So let's use another cast. And then, do we skip over the first one? I don't know if we get to. And sure enough, we don't. That sucks, but we still get all the extra lines. and skipping over all of those. So this is gonna be the best damage that we get, but it's still not great, even though it's 100,000, because we have only 2 castings left. Man, if I knew wilds only match with other wilds and that affected the light ones too, I wouldn't have gone for this fight. Though we still have other meditations. So let's hold on to the lights because those do the most damage aside from the wilds, but we don't have a lot of those. We need big numbers here. We also need this one to be a light as well. So let's just do a little bit more. Oh, not good. But I feel like this is as good as our lines are gonna get, because we do have some complete ones, even if we skip over one. Ooh, or we get a full match down here. Okay, that works. Line 2 is kind of a bust though, but we still get plenty of decent multipliers there. Just need a big turnaround here for, okay, 130 damage, 130,000 damage. We just did 154,000, so we might be able to do this. But we only have 3 meditates left as well. And we need this first column to have some lights. Okay, there's one. Are we good with this though? And this is only level 4. We need to go to level 6 in order to replenish our meditations. This is very risky. Let's meditate one more time, see if we can get another light. Okay, we don't. That's fine. Just cast. And, okay, more non-light runes, which sucks. But we still have plenty of good combos of the lights that we do have. We might be able to do this. Just need big damage. No, we're just short by 29,000. Oh, and that's the end of that run. We were doing so good until that Siren decided to be dumb like it was. Although we still dealt 2 million total damage and 209,000 in a single cast. I'd say that's not too bad. And we did unlock some new trinkets, like a Gorgon head, don't open its eyes. Staff of Charity, ×7 multiplier if you have more than 100 coins. Well, I wish I had that. Run out of casts, gain 2 more casts. I wish I had that too. All good things that would help us in another run, but I do hope you guys enjoyed this look at Runeborn in the demo phase of it. And if you guys do want to see more, then be sure to let me know. Thank you for watching and sub to Intern. And I would like to thank the channel members, including Bread, Corby Farm, Dakota, Donamoto, Deviant X, Ancient Elixir, Matthew, Hateful Herald, Peggy Sue, Droopalong, Lily Bites, The Miner Within, DeGarity, Sands, V, Killer Squad, Mousy Mouse, Nicholas, Igor Shradi, McKenna Chan, and Liam.